teach free entry classes and you're looking for a way to help your students boost their literacy and you want to cut your prep time, then this video might help you. My name is Dave Butler. I'm the author of this book, Read and Write Every Day. This is the student's book for classroom. There's a workbook for homework tasks. There is a teacher's book with lesson plans and extra materials. I'm a teacher myself, and I use this book every day with my students. And in this playlist, I'm going to go through how I use the book with my students day by day using Unit 6, which is available from the website up here as a sample unit. Okay. And it's going to be a super fast I'm going to go through super fast how I use the book day by day with my students. Okay. And the first step is that in preparation for this lesson, you go to the website here, esawbooks.com, and this page is here, resources, read and write everyday extra materials, and go to this page here where you can find PowerPoints and Kahoot games, links to Kahoots. Download the folder. In that folder, you'll get a load of PowerPoints and you'll also get some PDFs with extra materials. Okay, so it's the PowerPoints I'm going to refer to in this video because for all the units in the book, there are PowerPoints with images, especially, and extracts from pages in the book. And I show these on an interactive whiteboard, or you can get a projector and connect it to a laptop. And this just makes your life a lot easier. You can model tasks, give feedback to tasks. It's super useful. So, unit 6, is about food. Great topic for students. And I've tried to, in this book, choose topics that students enjoy, that are relevant for students, and where you can personalize. And there'll be a lot of personalizing in these lessons. To begin, for this lesson, for your lead in, introduce the topic. And hang on a second. That's it. Um, And that's one of your aims. Yeah, obviously, as you will know, you want some aims for your lesson. I've made some sort of mistake here. Hold on. 1 second. Don't know what I did there. That's it. I think that's better. Yep. So there we go. Yeah, obviously for your aims here, introduce the topic vocabulary in this lesson, reading. If time, writing, but quite often I do the reading on one day and the writing on the following day, which will be in another video. Okay, there we go. Okay. So, there we go. So vocabulary, but first the lead-in. Yeah, to introduce the topic. I begin every lesson like this. Today we're going to talk about food in this case. Okay, students are very clear on the context. Give them a speaking task for the lead-in. That's what I usually do. And this can be a simple question, simple task, give a model. What food do you like? Okay, give a model. I like pizza. I like coffee. I don't like fish. I don't like bread. Okay, and help the students with pronunciation. So you say the phrase and everyone repeats, drill the sentences, drill the phrase. Then you've immediately got them chatting in pairs or very quickly into the lesson. You can monitor, go and chat to some pairs or groups of three, quite nice for this. and you just raise the atmosphere, get a nice atmosphere in class, get the students engaged, everyone's chatting, warm up the class. It's always a good start to start with some chatting. For the vocabulary, this is the first of the PowerPoint slides. You can project this, and simple task here, what can you see? So they're not using the book yet, yeah? We just use the pictures on the screen. Students work in pairs to identify the words. You can help with pronunciation, in feedback, clarify the words, and drill. Okay, then we go to the book. So the first task in the book is on spelling and phonics. They know the words, they know the oral form. Now they can fill in the gaps, letter gap fill here, and you can monitor, help them. If they can't fill in the gap, if they're struggling, say the word for them, rice. Listen, rice, and that will help them hopefully fill in the gaps. They can help each other as well, and you can clarify in feedback these words. Reading is the main aim. So there's a longer video on this YouTube channel where I go into much more detail, but just a super quick run through today. Divide your reading lesson into three phases, yeah? What do you do before reading? What do you do while reading? After reading, okay? So for me, before reading, more vocab, speaking. While reading means reading aloud, reading comprehension, okay? After reading, writing is good, but as I said earlier, I quite often like to do that on the following day, but you could do it in day one. Okay, so before reading, here are some pictures because the text is about a student from Afghanistan and popular food, a common kind of dish from her country. So here we are, here are some pictures, get them into the topic. What can you see? Again, which country? So number one, pizza. Pizza is from Italy. Okay, they can chat together, identify these all the different dishes. You could ask them which food is from your country. They love talking about that. You're from Sudan. Ah, do you like asida? I know that one. Asida, it's delicious. Okay, then some more pictures. Again, it's another PowerPoint slide. These pictures are from the text they're going to read, and the idea here is this makes the text much more achievable. Again, what can you see? In pairs, open class, clarify the words, help with pronunciation, and that's going to get them nicely into this text. Show you this text on the whiteboard, read it aloud, and the students just look, listen, read the text with you. Not with you. You read, they're just listening. Okay, that's what I do the first time. And like I said, there's a longer video with more detail, but very slowly. I like Kabuli rice. Do that for the whole text. Read aloud chorally. And the key here is they read this text aloud 3, 4, 5 times. Okay? They need multiple, they need repetition here. Read it aloud again and again and again. Read it aloud chorally as a group. It's chaos. Go with it. It's great. It's a great stage for the students. They love it. Then do some phonics. So you've got 12 numbers here. I say a word, the students tell me which number. Can you see rice? Number 6. And point at the first letter and say, what's the sound here for this letter? They might say R. And say, good, letter R, sound R. And you can do this with your texts every day using the text in the book and reinforce the common links between the sound and the letter, phonics, basically. Build up a kind of toolkit of phonics for them. Repetition every day, use the text, minimal prep, fantastic, and they love it. Going back, sorry, the text here, this is where they can now go into the book and open the page to read this text together in pairs. Paired reading aloud is fantastic, very student-centered. You can monitor and help, especially the weaker students. Two possibilities here. One student reads it aloud, their partner listens, and then swap, or you can go sentence by sentence. Every full stop, they alternate, yeah? So one student, I don't know, Ahmed reads, "My name is Fatana," full stop. And then his partner, Waladin, reads, "I am from Afghanistan." And they swap. It's quite nice that way. You have to sort of listen carefully to each other. Do the reading aloud again after that. You could nominate volunteers to read a sentence as well. Okay, so there's plenty of reading aloud. Then we've got comprehension tasks in the book. Circle the word, starts with a nice easy one. Then more difficult, true or false, yes or no. They write yes or no next to each sentence. Again, monitor, help them out. They check in pairs. You can have this on the whiteboard and check as a group. Okay. Get each student to read a sentence, or nominate a student to read a sentence and answer yes or no. So that's quite nice. Student for the feedback. One more task if there's time. They fill in the gaps here using the word, okay, from the text. This is in the book. Then this paragraph here is in the book 2 times. So the second time they can use their notebook, for example, and cover the top half of the page with this paragraph and fill in the gaps without looking, or they can have a quick look. So I say to them, you can lift your notebook to look at the answers, but then cover and then write the word. Okay, so it's kind of pushing them a little bit. That's mostly what I do on day one, but also set some homework. If you have a Teams group, record a video where you model the tasks, and let me show you the tasks you can set for day one. Letter gap fill, got word snake where they copy but add spaces. You've got tick the correct word for the vocabulary. So you can set these for homework. Record a video where you actually do a little bit as a model of each page, get it in the video, send them that video to clarify the homework, and they love that. It's very clear for everyone what they need to do. Also, choose as a group 10 words from the day's class. So, words they found interesting or difficult. So, in this lesson, maybe, I don't know, picnic, rice, lamb, they might say, because of it's difficult, it's got a silent letter. So, it could be a mixture of words. They, for homework, do LSCWC using their Jota, which is look, say, cover, write, check. So, they have the 10 words. Rice, for example, write it down, look at the word, remember it, say the word, cover, write it again. So you're not copying. Yeah, so it's really good practice to help you learn the spelling and then check and then do that again 3, 4, 5 times. You can incorporate this into the video you send them to clarify the homework task. Okay. Then there's a follow-up the next day, which I will talk about when I talk about day 2. Also for homework, give them a link to a YouTube video. We have a channel, My Homework Today. And for the lessons in the student's book, there's a video on the YouTube channel with me reading texts aloud or helping them consolidate the vocabulary they've learned, doing some extra writing. So they can do that for homework as well. Send them a link. That is all for day 1. If you look in the playlist, you can see what I do on day 2, and I'm going to do this for the whole unit. So go and have a look at the other days. Hopefully this was useful. Thank you for watching and see you later. Bye bye.